second and new topic, matrix. This is the singular form of matrix. This is singular form. In plural, we will call it matrices. This is plural form of matrix. So first of all, we have to know first what is matrix. What is matrix? This one of the most simple subject of your second year and one of the toughest also, because there are so many silly mistakes for solving these questions of matrices. So first we think about what is matrix. Simply, a matrix is an ordered rectangular array of numbers. Matrix is an ordered rectangular array of elements, array of numbers or expressions. That means an ordered rectangular array. That means we have to write the numbers in a rectangular form. And that form is known as a matrix. Simple, look at here. If we write, we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a rectangular manner. And the positions are ordered. This is called a matrix. We can also write it as this one: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are only symbols. To write a matrix. Okay, if we write the numbers x, y, z in a, this is also in a rectangular manner. So this is also called a matrix. If we write such as A, B, C, D or A, B, C, D, this is also in a rectangular form. So this is also called a matrix. So simply, a matrix is a rectangular array of elements, array of numbers or expressions. Okay, so generally we simply know that if we write some numbers in a rectangular manner, then the rectangular manner is called a matrix. So generally, matrices are denoted by capital English alphabets. Matrices are denoted by capital English alphabets. Look at here. The matrices are simply denoted by capital English alphabets, or we can write the simple. Okay, and B is another rectangular array: A, B, C, D, E, F and G, H, I. This is also a rectangular manner, and so this is a matrix, and this matrix is denoted by a capital letter B, and this matrix is denoted by capital array. That means matrices are generally denoted by capital English letters, capital English alphabets. So first of all, we know that a rectangular array is called a matrix, and a rectangular array of numbers. So these numbers or these expressions are called elements of the matrices. elements of the matrices. So I write here a rectangular array of elements, array of numbers or expressions is called a matrix. First one we studied that a rectangular array of numbers or expressions is called a matrix, and the numbers or expressions used is called the elements or entries of the matrix, elements or entries of the matrix. And third point we studied that a matrix is generally denoted by capital English alphabets, and the elements are denoted by small English letters like A, B, small c, small x, small y, small z, etc. So this is all about what is matrix and its symbols used to write a matrix. And next one, how we denote a matrix and its elements. A matrix denoted by capital English alphabets and its elements are denoted by small English letter alphabets. Okay, so next, the components of a matrix. Here we know that what is matrix, and next one, see that let A be a matrix or rectangular array, simply having elements 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6. We can also write it as with the symbol 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6, no problem. So here in matrix, the horizontal lines, that means from left to right, these are the horizontal lines. These horizontal lines are called rows of the matrix. These horizontal lines are called row of the matrix. Horizontal lines, that means from left to right, these lines are called rows of the matrix, and the vertical lines are called column of the matrix A. This is the rows of the matrix A and the columns of the matrix A. So simply we know that the horizontal lines of the matrix are called rows, and the vertical lines of the matrices are called columns of the matrices. Columns of the matrix. Look at here, in this matrix A, the number of horizontal lines equal to 3, and the number of vertical lines is equal to 2. So in this matrix A, there are 3 rows and two columns, three rows and two columns, because the horizontal lines are called columns and the vertical lines are called, sorry, horizontal lines are called rows and the vertical lines are called columns of the matrix. So similarly, look at a second example. Let A be a matrix 1 2 3 4 5. Look at it, this is simple and rectangular form. So this is a matrix. In this matrix there are a single horizontal line, so it has one row and there are 1 2 3 4 5 vertical lines are there, so there are 5 columns of this matrix. So this matrix A has a single row and 5 columns, So look at another example. Let A be a rectangular array or matrix A B C D E F G H I M N E. Here the numbers or alphabets A, B, C up to P are written in a rectangular form. So this is a matrix. In this matrix, look at here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 horizontal lines. That means 4 rows. So this one called first row R1 and this one called row 2. This one row 1. This one row 2, row 3 and this one row 4. R1 stands for row 1, row 2, row 3 and row 4, and there are 3 vertical lines. Look at here, there are 3 vertical lines. This one called column 1, this one called column 2, this one called column 3. So this is a matrix with 4 rows and 3 columns. So here we see that what is matrix and what is row and what are the elements of a matrix and what is row and column of the matrix. So next one we go for order of a matrix. Order of a matrix. Look at here. If a matrix A has n number of rows and n number of columns, that means I have a matrix A with m number of rows and n number of columns, then its order is m cross n. Then its order is m cross n, where m stands for number of rows and n stands for number of columns, and we can read it as m by n, but we can write it as m cross n and we read it as m by n. So look at a simple example. Let A be a matrix with 1 2 5 6 9 minus 7. Look at here. In this matrix there are two rows R1, R2, row 1, row 2, and three vertical lines, that means three columns C1, C2, C3. So there are the number of rows here is 2 and the number of columns is 3. So its order is 2 cross 3. So order of matrix A is 2 by 3. We can read it as 2 by 3. We can read it as 2 by 3. Okay, the first one stands for the number of rows of the matrix. What is rows? The horizontal lines are called rows, and 3 stands for number of columns, and what is column? The number of vertical lines are called, so the vertical lines are called columns. Okay, so here we studied what is matrix, then how can we
waiting
write it as a matrix, and next one the order of matrix. Okay, so see some other examples. Let A equal to ABCD. This is a rectangular form, so it is a matrix and it has two rows and two columns. So its order is 2 by 2. Similarly, let P is equal to look at here. It has two rows and four columns. Two rows and four columns. So its order is 2 by 4. Similarly, look at another example. See, simple. You write here 10. So here in C there are a single row and a single column. So its order is 1 by 1, and another matrix X equal to X, Y, Z, E. So look at here, there are four rows and a single column. So its order is 4 by 1. So this is all about the order of a matrix. And again I am repeating here, this first number is represent the number of rows, and the second number represents the number of columns of the matrix. This one represents the number of rows of the matrix, that means the horizontal lines, and this one represents the number of columns, that means the vertical lines of the matrix. So combinedly we say that this is the order of the matrix. Okay, so one important point is that if A is a matrix 1 2 3 4 5 6, its order is 2 by 3 because there are two rows and three columns. So in a matrix of order 2 cross 3 but 2 by 3, there are 2 into 3, 6 elements or entries of the matrix. 6 elements or entries in the matrix E. Similarly, a matrix of order m by n has m into n number of elements or entries. If a matrix having order m by n, then it has m into n number of elements or entries. Similarly, look at here, A be a matrix 1 2 3 4. Its order is 2 by 2. So here 1 2 3 4 4 elements are there. So in generally, if a matrix having order m by n, then it has m into n number of entries or elements. So one reverse thing is here. If we have 8 elements, then how many different ordered matrices can be formed? What it means? It says that we have just 8 elements. We have just 8 numbers or elements. So how many different ordered matrices we can form by using this 8 elements? Simply we have 8 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Simply 8 elements. And how many different ordered matrices we can form by using these 8 elements? So simply we can make a matrix of order 1 by 8 and 8 by 1, or simply 2 by 4 and 4 by 2. By using 8 different elements, we can make 4 different ordered matrices. 4 different ordered matrices. A matrices of order 1 cross 8 or 1 by 8. Another matrix of order 8 by 1, and a matrix 2 by 4, and another matrix of order 4 by 2. Similarly, if we take 13 elements, then how many different ordered matrices can be formed? That means if we take 13 elements, or by using 13 elements, how many different ordered matrices can be formed? So we can form a 1 by 13 order matrix by using 13 elements, yes or not? Because a 1 by 13 order matrix consisting of only 13 elements. Similarly, we can also make a matrix of order 13 by 1 by using 13 elements. And other order matrices cannot possible, because since this is a prime number, it has only one divisor, it has only two divisors, 1 and 13. So we can write it as 1 cross 13, or 1 by 13, or 13 by 1. Similarly, go for the previous example. If we had 8 elements, then we can make a 1 by 8 order matrix, or 8 by 1 order matrix, or 2 cross 4 order matrix, or 4 cross 2 order matrix. All the look at it, all ordered matrices having same 8 number of element. That means both numbers 2 and 4 are 2 and 4 are divisors of 8. So this is one of the important short question, to how many different order matrices can be possible by using elements. So simply factorize the number and write all the possible products, and these are the different ordered matrices can be formed by using these 13 elements. Okay. So this is all about what is matrix and its order. Next is that general form of a matrix. A matrix A of order m by n. A matrix A of order m by n is mathematically denoted by A equal to simple A ij of order m cross n, where I is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to m, and j equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n. That means, look at here, A equal to a matrix of order m by n. That means it has m number of rows and n number of columns. It has m number of rows and n number of columns. So generally we can write this matrix as A11, A12, A13. So how many columns are there? There are n number of columns. So this one A1n, and this one A21, A22, A23 up to A2n. Next, there are m number of rows. This one the first horizontal line, this is the second horizontal line. Since there are m number of rows, so the last horizontal line is AM1, AM2, AM3, and the last AMN. So look at here, a matrix of order m by n is generally denoted by A equal to this style, to where Aij represents the element present in ith row. Look at here, this I represents the number of row in which the element ith row, and j represents the jth column of the matrix. So simply we know that if we write A is a matrix Aij of order m by n, where in which Aij represents the entry or element of the matrix A in ith row and jth column. So look at here, A23 represents the element present in second row and third column. A23 represents the element present in second row and third column. Okay. Similarly, A2n represents the element present in second row and nth column. So this is the general form of a matrix. So look at another example. Let A be a matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, minus 1, 2, 3. This is a matrix of order 3 by 4. And what is the element A32? Look at it. A32 represents the element present in third row and second column. This one row 1, row 2, and row 3. This one column 1, column 2, column 3, and column 4. The A32 represents the element present in third row and second column. That means the minus 1 is the element A32 of the matrix A. Okay. So next, A simple question is there. Construct construct a matrix Aij, A equal to Aij of order 2 by 3 such that Aij equal to I plus j. Aij equal to I plus j for all I and j. That means we have to write a matrix of order 2 by 3 whose elements are given by this formula. Whose elements are given by this formula for all I and j. So first, for the answer, construct a general matrix. Let A be a general matrix of order 2 by 3. Order 2 by 3. That means there are 2 rows and 3 columns. So we can write the elements as A11, A12, A13, and there are 3 columns are there and 2 rows. So second row is A21, A22, A23. So look at here. This is a general 2 by 3 order 2 by 3 ordered matrix having 6 elements. So for the elements of this general matrix, here we are given a formula simply Aij equal to I plus j. So simply here given Aij equal to I plus j, and we have to find all these 6 elements of the matrix A. So here A11 equal to, since Aij equal to I plus j, so A11 equal to 1 plus 1 2, A12 equal to 1 plus 2 equal to 3, and the next element A13 equal to 1 plus 3 is equal to 4, and A21, this one 2 plus 1, A22 is equal to 2 plus 2, and A23 equal to 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. So therefore we get A, the matrix A is equal to, look at here, A11 is equal to 2, A12 equal to 3, and next one 4, this one 3, 4 and 5. So this one is the required 2 by 3 matrix whose elements are given by the formula Aij is equal to I plus j. Okay. Further we discuss in the next class. Okay. So this is all about the general construction of a matrix. Okay. Thank you.